Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get into gold, silver, and cryptos, and then a review that I think you'll find interesting and educational, especially if you love collecting coins. By the way, this is a gorgeous 1895. Love the details. Before we get started, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver right now, is a great time to do so. Go to our friends over at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. So cryptos did a little rebounding yesterday, obviously, because look at Bitcoin's now at 41,113. Ethereum is back up above $3,000 at $3,089. Heck, even the New World Order coin made a rebound. It's at 71 cents. Solana at $104. Cardano at 96 cents. Avalanche at $80.11. Dogecoin moves up slightly to 14 cents. Polkadot at $18.13. Shiba at 4026, bouncing around between 2.6 and 2.7. Polygon's at $1.41. Crypto.com's at 41 cents. Think of the 52-week average as a kind of horse race. And the first blue dot to get all the way over to the right is a winner. That's the side you want to be on, the right side. Think of this as politics. Do you want to be on the left or just kidding? So for those of you who are unaware what the 52-week range here or the 52-week average is, the lowest and the highest value of these cryptos over the last 52 weeks. So over the last 52 weeks, the lowest for Bitcoin was $28,893.62. The highest, of course, was $68,789.63. So that's what that means. And what we're looking at is over the last 52 weeks, where does it sit today? Well, it's sitting somewhere just below the halfway mark for Bitcoin. So that's what that is right there. Investors will make buying or selling decisions based on where it sits in this 52-week range. Satama trying to rebound. Look at it, trying to get rid of a zero. Anyways, that 8077, it's up 7.5%. Over the last hour, it is up 0.6%. Over the last 24 hours, it is up 7.5%. Over the last 7 days, though, on average, it is negative 27.8%. Over the last 14 days, it is negative 44.7%. And over the last 30 days, it is a whopping negative 34.6%. Silver still slowly but surely climbing, sitting at $25.70. And gold is doing the same. It is up to $1,977.70. Little by little, gold and silver are starting to climb. I think this summer we're going to see a lot of movement on these precious metals, just depending on Russia's moves. We know they set a June 30th deadline. For what, we're not sure, but we're going to find out. Hopefully it does something to affect the precious metals markets in a positive way. Alrighty, back on March 31st, I was talking about other types of silvers you can invest in, like collectible coins. And in here, I'm talking about a company called Canyon City Coins. And I was just letting people know what it is I look for on eBay before I decide to buy from a person selling on that website. There are a lot of fake accounts out there. There are a lot of scams out there. But one of the places I like to buy my coins from is Canyon City Coins. I bought coins from them before, and I've never had an issue. I pointed out there's 11,214 positive feedbacks with no negative. Now, as I suggested in the video, you should do your own research before dealing with these people or even dealing with collectibles. You have to know what you're doing and what you're looking for, because you can get scammed. Apparently, somebody who saw the video didn't like my opinion about Canyon City Coin. So they sent me a nice little message. Let's go over. You gotta love this. It says, "Dear sir, please tell Pimpy he must retract his referral on Canyon City Coins. Why would I want to do that? He gave them a huge undeserved kudos. Many OIF, OFA, OFA, I don't know what that word is, but I'm going to guess. Many, if not all, of his coins, when sent in for grading, came back cleaned, whizzed, or dipped. Okay, so he's talking about Canyon City coins. He said many, if not all. The question is, how does he know? Do you work there? Are you the one that bought all coins from Canyon City? Do you see how people exaggerate? Many, if not all. As I pointed out in a video, this person does not have any negative feedback. And no, an individual cannot manually go in there and remove the negative feedback. Now what eBay does is somebody gives you a negative review on your account, and you can prove that a person is either trolling your account or is unjustly giving you negative marks. You can appeal it to eBay. They have a policy, and it's pretty strict. So they're not just going to remove negative feedback all willy-nilly. Its purpose is to let buyers know who it is you're dealing with. If you create a profile on eBay for selling, you can't just go on and remove the marks yourself. eBay has to do it, and they'll only do it if it's justifiable. The other way is if you reach out to the customer that's unsatisfied and you settle something between the two of you, and a customer is willing to revise their negative review. Those are the only two ways. You would think if what this person is claiming is true, there would be a lot of pissed off people, even people not willing to revise their comments. Look, I get it, like anything else, people have their own favorite dealers that they like to deal with. I get it from time to time. People going, no, man, Money Metals is too expensive. Go to this person. And then I'll make a video showing you the comparison. I don't have a problem with that. I get it all the time. People trying to plug in their little comments, take a jab at Money Metals, and swear up and down that the people that they deal with is better. That's why doing your own research is important. So this person's claiming that many, if not all, of his coins are cleaned. So when you send coins in for grading, these people are professionals. They can tell you if the coin's been cleaned, whizzed, or even dipped. These are something you do not want to do to collectible coins. You don't want to clean them. Even if they look dirty, leave them alone. People have the tendency to want to polish them, make them look pretty, the whole 9 yards. That takes the value away from the coin. Leave it just the way it is. The coin is worth more dirty than it is cleaned. Yes, that's right. So anyways, this person's claiming that all this person's coins are cleaned and whizzed. But yet on eBay, they have no negative reviews. Now, does that mean that person never got a negative review? No. But what that does mean is whatever negative review that might have been there, they resolved the problem and the customer was willing to go back and revise it. The claim this person's making that many, if not all, the coins being cleaned, whizzed, or what have you, there would be a ton of negative reviews on there. And people who collect coins, we're not going to revise them because many of them are buying coins with high expectations. And if you let them down, they're going to be pretty pissed off. Anyways, he goes on to say he made a fool of himself the other day. Tell the know-it-all, he sounds like a fool without doing research. This is funny. First of all, a couple of things. Go back to school and learn how to spell, okay? Seriously there, Joe. You got to do a much better job. You want to research spell check. That should help you out, all right? I'm just saying. And second of all, what makes you think I didn't do any research? I do research. I've been collecting coins for a very long time. I'm pretty sure longer than you ever have. Anyways, it goes on to say de delete, I'm guessing that's French, delete, or delete their bad feedback, and he should understand this 100%. You can't just go in there and alter your negative feedback on eBay yourself. If that was the case, everybody would have phenomenal profiles. That's just common sense. The coins are clean and dipped, and not to mention their unscrupulous methods of photographing their coins. I have seen a review in which a person was saying that the coin in the picture did not match exactly the coin that they got, which is not a good thing, to be honest with you. It's not that it wasn't the same coin. The coin in the picture just had better lighting and gave a much better eye appeal appearance compared to the actual coin itself. But if you're selling things anywhere, whether it's on eBay or anywhere else, you're always going to post the best picture you have of the item. You're not going to take some crappy picture and just post it in hopes of selling it. And that's something that should be taken in consideration whether you're purchasing coins or anything else for that matter. Whenever you're looking at the photograph, understand that it's going to be the best version of what you're looking at. He must retract his endorsement. I've been collecting coins for years, and Canyon City is bad. Well, I don't know how many years. I'm pretty sure I got you beat, not unless you're older than 54. Now, in forums, people have spoken about Canyon City coins. The comments that I've read, what they're doing is just saying that they've heard these stories. But here's the thing, a lot of people buy coins, they buy them in bulk, and then they resell them. That doesn't mean that Canyon City coins themselves actually whiz, clean, or dip the coins. Whiz, just so you know, it's like a dreidel. It's like got a clothing on the end, and you run it over the coin, and it buffs it up really shiny. The thing is, when you look under a microscope, it leaves all these little fiber scratches on there, and that's how these pros know. But if you do come across a coin like that, I'm sure if you reach out to Canyon City and let them know, they'll be more than happy to handle the issue. You got to do your own research yourself, and also don't be afraid to apply a little common sense. And if you have to and you're forced to, get off the bong and do a little critical thinking. Also, please tell the dumbbell that Morgan dollars never came in bank rolls. They were in bags. That's true. When the mints sent out the Morgans, they never rolled them up in paper rolls. They sent them out in bags. I wasn't on there trying to give a history about the Morgan dollars. I was just saying I like the coins. Now, what did happen is when banks would get the Morgans in the bags, many of the clerks within the banks would take it upon themselves and they would roll the coins up. Yes, they'd roll them usually in like $10 rolls is what they do. So although they didn't come from the mint rolled up, when they got to the banks, the banking clerks often would roll them up themselves and they would have them stamped. They would stamp whatever the bank it's coming from. What he's promoting are clean, dipped, and whisked coins that were placed into made-to-look old bankroll papers. There are machines that do this. You can tell this person doesn't know anything about bankrolls. You can tell this person does not do their own research. They don't know anything about what he's talking about. The Morgan dollars at eBay or eBay scams, they were graded as clean with NGC and PCGS, while the two coins I got were graded. And they didn't come back as clean, whizzed, or anything else like that. I love when people want to criticize me, tell me you don't do your research when I do my research. And then you find out they obviously have not done their own research. So there are different types of forums out there. This is a good thing to do for beginners. Get educated, but just don't take a first person's comment as gold. You have to go through and constantly educate yourself. This person probably read one comment and did no other research whatsoever on bankrolls for Morgans, because this person would have known that indeed they do come rolled from the bank. Anyways, this has been brought up before in many forums. You can see right here. I want someone here to confirm if the paper rolled existed back in the mid to late 1800s. I read the post on Facebook. One guy said that the paper roll for Morgan dollars didn't exist back in 1800s, and almost all of the Morgans were bagged. It may make sense, but is it possible the banks back in the 1800s did use paper rolls for Morgans as well? And then everybody has their own input on here. So depending on how researched the person who leaves the comments, you get the right information or you'll get misinformation. So the response here, all Morgans were shipped from the mint in bags. The mint did not put coins in rolls until modern times to sell to collectors. As for the banks, I have seen paper silver dollar rolls, and I've been a collector since the early 1960s. I don't think there were any paper rolls for dollars in the 1800s. You can see, so everybody has their own opinion on here. And again, based on how well researched they are, you'll get the right answer. This person says, as a commercial product, the paper coin roll wrapper didn't exist until the 20th century. But paper existed before that time, and it would not be impossible for someone to have wrapped rolls of coins in paper. Of course, these paper rolls would not be marked in any particular way and would just be folded over on the ends and not rolled at the ends like the ones we see today. It says on here, Matthew Bolton in England were shipping the coins and tokens that he produced wrapped in paper rolls back in the 1790s. So is it possible they were paper rolled? Yes, of course. Bankers knew how to do that. This person says from time to time the seller on eBay selling Morgan rolls and what appears to be a fabrication of the 19th century paper rolls from Carson City. I have seen these with the Morgan CCs in high grades on one or both ends of the rolls, purely meant to deceive the seller. So yeah, there's people out there that commit scams. What they do is they take some of the more appealing coins, put them on the end, and put crappy coins in the middle is what they do. That's why it's important you do the research on your seller. That's why it's important you find one that's reputable and stick to them. And you can see right here, this is what I'm talking about. Somebody that's research, somebody that does the research. Bank clerks sometimes make paper or coin rolls for their own convenience. There are only 2 instances I've located where the U.S. Mint in the 19th or early 20th century released coins in paper rolls. And a person goes on to put his or her findings. The New Orleans Mint, which some of the Morgan dollars came from New Orleans. That's what they're talking about. Wrap silver dollars in paper rolls of $10 at the request of large businesses. So there's an example right there that this person found. Anyways, you can go on. And this person actually did his own research as well. There could be many rolls, not from the mint, but from the banks. You need to remember that all Morgans were stored in a vault for 60 years. Yeah, come to find out that our own Treasury Department found unmarked bags of silver Morgans sitting in the back of the vault, had been sitting there for 60 years. Then they went ahead and sold them to the public. Well, first they allowed individuals to bring in your silver dollars and trade them straight across for the Morgan dollars at face value, which, man, I would have freaked out. I would have loved that. But later on, they went through a company who then rolled them. That's one example of rolled Morgans. You can see right here in U.S. coins, gambling on a Morgan dollar roll inside Coin World. This is Michael Bouger. He's a contributor and author on Coin World, which is exactly this website here that we're reading this from. So what's the big deal about Michael? Well, it says Michael wasn't naive when he bid on a roll of Morgan dollars from Carson City, Nevada Bank. But the date 1879 on the obverse coin and one on the end of the roll and the CC mark of the Carson City Mint on the reverse of the coin on the roll's other end made the gamble bidding worth the risk because they're in demand. 1879 Carson City coins are worth a lot of money because there isn't very many that was created or minted. So this is a person who is a collector and a contributor to Coin World. He knows his butt from a hole in the ground, and even he went into a bid to buy a roll of Morgan dollars. And you can see right here, the National Mint and Treasury, a privately owned U.S. company specializing in minted precious metals products for the collectible market, is extremely pleased to present a unique opportunity for select state residents. Yeah, boy, I would have loved to have been part of this. And this just happened last year. This exclusive offer will run for only 2 days and will make available to the public the last remaining state-restricted bank rolls loaded with valuable U.S. government-issued Morgan silver dollars dating back to the 1800s. These forever retired coins cannot be obtained anywhere else rolled this way because the National Mint and Treasury has the privilege of offering the only state-restricted bank rolls known to exist. So just to put in a statement that I'm a dumbass and I don't do my research because Morgan dollars never came in paper rolls, practice what you preach. You should actually do your research, especially if you're going to come at me, bro. Down here it says, while there are no guarantees of what lies within these unsearched 10 coin bankrolls, some buyers might be so lucky as to end up with a Morgan silver dollar whose collector's value is estimated to be hundreds, if not even thousands of dollars. So yes, Morgan dollars came out rolled. As for Canyon City Coin, TopRatedSeller.com. Canyon City Coin is trusted by more than 20,000 eBay shoppers who have rated a seller at a 100% positive overall score. Canyon City Coin is based in the United States and have been selling on eBay since 2010. You would think if there were cleaned, whizzed, or dipped coins that they would definitely have some kind of blemish on their record. They are also recognized as one of the top rated sellers globally and in the US. Sellers with the best customer service and fast shippings are rewarded by eBay through the Top Rated Sellers program. They are a top 5,000 eBay seller, ranked 2,582nd overall. And look at these coins. These coins are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But I guess if Joey had his way, he'd want them to just take the ugliest picture possible and post it so that people can see it. Although I don't have time to respond to every little negative post or every little negative message that comes my way, from time to time, for the sole purpose of entertaining myself, I will respond, especially when you have somebody who sends a message like this. I love it when people lecture me about how I need to do my research when they obviously have not done any themselves. So, Joey, thank you for reaching out. I appreciate it. But, if you're going to come at me, bro, you better know what the hell you're talking about. And there you have it, another educational video produced by Pimpy. Hey, look, the truth of the matter is, part of what Joey is saying there is accurate. You do have to do your research. That's why you got to be careful when it comes to collectibles. You have to know who it is you're dealing with, especially when you buy stuff off Amazon and eBay. You got to be extremely careful. Extremely careful. Because often the coins are altered. You have to really know what you're looking at. I don't usually recommend you buy raw coins off of eBay unless you have a reputable dealer. But if you do, I would take it in immediately to a professional and have them look at the coin. Don't procrastinate. Take it in right away. They can look at it and tell you if it's been cleaned, dipped, or whizzed, if they know what they're doing. And if it is, then contact the seller and let them know. If they're reputable companies, they'll either refund you or find a way to satisfy your concerns, okay? Anyways, that's it for now, man. I do appreciate you guys tuning in as usual. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.